Okay, you guys. So when I was honoring the singing bowl, I had quite a few changes. Most of the time, I'm able to just play it straight through for 30 seconds. But this time, I kept having stops, and the singing bowl was moving as well. Also, my phone slid down. So this is saying anything that had been, delayed, and it felt like it wasn't gonna move, and it felt like it was just. So this is telling me people who did delay tactics, they had really thought they had stopped something from happening, but it's like something's melting. Let's say like the climate. Let's say you live in a really cold climate, and it was so cold, the mud even froze. I'm picturing the sun shining on a very cold climate, and the mud is starting to drip. Now, if you can use your imagination a little bit deeper, it had been so cold. If you can imagine what frozen mud looks like, but to see frozen mud start to drip because it's melting, this is showing me that those delay tactics that someone tried to use to keep you stuck, it's coming up to the surface. I'm also picturing someone transforming into a lotus. So some people try to stop a transformation from happening, and all the delay tactics that they used, well, pressure is being applied to them. If you can use your imagination, if a very cold climate has frozen mud and it starts to thaw out, how hot is it? That means, something's heating it up. This is pressure. So, there's pressure on a situation where people try to stop a transformation because your transformation would expose the filth that they are. All right. So this is part 2 of Grace Bootcamp. So there was a lot of people who tried to distort you speaking. They did not want you speaking. They wanted you to be misperceived because you speaking would reveal what they didn't want anyone to know. Well, now they're having to take accountability. Why the fuck would you even do something like that and then justify the unjust field actions you took to keep it a secret? You had people who did spell work on you so that you could be considered crazy because you speaking the truth in the manner that you speak it reveals what's truly going on. Okay? And now they're trying to figure out how this spell work did not hit you. So who's it going to go back to? So this means that there's finances connected to these individuals. They're losing it. Some are being exploited by other greedy financialists to the point where it's just like, we're going to act like we don't understand you and complicate the situation for you so we can keep taking from you. And after we've drained you, we're going to leave. And if you get more income, then we're going to come back and drain you some more. So this is telling me this is what these people had planned for you. They wanted to come back in a state of convenience to energy harvest off you, cause you trouble, things of that nature. And they thought one way that they could do it, they wanted to make money off you long term. They wanted you to appear as if you speaking didn't make any sense. No one would understand you. They wanted people to look at you like, what are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. But that's not what's happening to you. You're being received clear. You are being received as someone who is expressing the grievances that they've experienced in a quality manner. Your communication skills are so quality that individuals are really wanting to understand why these individuals will have the audacity to think they could get away with certain things. Okay? So this is where a lot of investigation is taking place to see how deep the corruptness goes. What organizations and systems were set up so what they did could go unnoticed, so that whatever they said they were doing publicly was seen, instead of the system that was set in place so injustice could happen on such a continuous level. Okay? These individuals were so disconnected from their emotions, and they did not know how to healthily express their emotions. They projected their lack of emotional intelligence onto others. And because they had, quantity of support, notice I said quantity, notice I did not say quality, they figured they could get away with just about anything. However, if you're able to communicate in a manner where you're able to express grievances in an authentic manner, you're able to attract a lot of support from unexpected ways. So there's an injustice that took place, and you unknowingly attracted a lot of support. And these people never saw it coming. And there's a car speeding down a small block in the Bronx over bumps. The car looks as if it's brand new, but these people just speeding. So what this is telling me is someone is not taking care of what they have. The speed bumps can make it so that the bottom of the car gets ruptured. So someone might be having car problems because they underestimated your influence. They thought, nah, that person ain't got no help. And then when you started receiving help, and you may not even be aware of it yet, well, whatever these people invested into, it's already losing value. Somebody might have car problems and still be expected to show up to work, regardless of how comfortable they feel finding another source of, transportation. I'm picking up on dealing with individuals who are just saying, just show up. I do not care what your physical body is like, show up. All right. So, to complicate matters, romantic situations that are very heartbreaking, that a lot of individuals have been in denial about, they can't continue being toxic, expressing their emotions about it. There's a lot of individuals who have been harming others because they are dissatisfied in their relationship. And these people are so messy, they're willing to start injustice in their workplace. So, not only are some people's work environments being highly investigated, because people want to know, how is it we're still suffering and you're just floating? You good financially, but you're not making up any solutions for the problems we are bringing to you. Well, a lot of people are making a fool of themselves because they putting on a show. It's like they on Broadway. It's like they auditioning to be in a Broadway production. Not only are they, having issues at work, the partners is just, some of them just being blatantly disrespectful. Like, look, it's obvious there's no love here. It's obvious. I'm interested in someone else. And this may not have anything to do, this may be somebody who's not connected to like a work situation. It's just messy. But it's just, look, I know I will not be happy with you. And some people are just like, hold on. So this is telling me that relationships that were founded on rocky foundation are falling apart. It doesn't matter if the children were used as pawns to keep the relationship going. The healthy individuals are making it so the children will be safe, and two toxic people are learning how to focus on the well-being of the child. I mean, if this is two toxic people who have started injustice in their external environment, well, they're learning that when you do not give to family members who are in a spirit of martyrdom and are sick, and they're sick because of their own selves, but they still want to take the easy way out. When I tell you physical body pain can bring out unspeakable acts of humankind, not only I'm picking up on several scenarios, but we're gonna focus on someone who has contributed to injustice in the workplace, their relationships falling apart, and their families hitting them. And I'm picking up this because I'm picking up on people who would have hit you at work, relationship wise, and family wise. I'm picking up on return to senders. Return to senders are taking place. And the healthy people are being freed from these toxic family dynamics that try to use children as pawns. Okay. So, I'm also picking up, if you do have a court case with a toxic parent, evidence is being gathered on their instability and how they're using the children as pawns. Okay? Romantic partners who are just simply tired of having to protect their children from the toxic parents. They're just saying, fuck it, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not going to endanger my child's life because you're choosing to endanger our child's life because you want to talk about romance. Let's focus on our child. So, evidence is being gathered on toxic parents who are negatively impacting their children. And traumatizing their children. Okay? And we're going to get one last message. What I'm picking up is this is making it easier for children to have healthy examples of healthy family units long term. This is something that's going to allow the child to be able to healthily express their emotions, be able to overcome their fears, be able to have healthy love relationships, and be able to express themselves fully and authentically. And this is because the collective is unblocking their throat chakras. So without further ado, we're going to end the message here. Today's been a day of videos. Whatever you see is what you're supposed to see. Love, peace, and happiness.